We've been here so many times, and you still stand in awe at the size of this place. We're at AT&T Stadium. Welcome to Arlington, Texas. A Thanksgiving tradition continues as the teams are lined up, and off we go here in Dallas. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. First down, and they go right back to him. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Cowboys territory. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut big, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
2nd and 10 now. Searches from the pocket. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Pretty clear here by these 2 play calls. The offense, they wanted to attack this secondary in the passing game. But this defense, well, they more than respond. It's got them in great shape to make a stand right here on 3rd down and finish off a brisk 3 and out to begin the game.
Third and long for him here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. Call that one a 44-yard punt. And it'll be good field position for them as they take over right at midfield. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. A play fake, now Hurts to throw. Caught for big yards on the right side. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
First down throwing for Hurts. Complete out to the right. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. On the play fake, it's Hurts. He finds Kincaid. And he almost gets to the 5. He goes out at the 6. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Has the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles go up 6-0 here in the 1st. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Camarda on to send it away. Return starts from the goal line. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Go! Track at 60. Set go.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Eagles take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Well, that's what you call making the best out of a pretty messy situation. You hate to give the ball away. But that's a tremendous effort to bring the defender down right away and minimize the damage with very little return.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
No touch it. No touch it.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Hits his running back. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
From the 22 on 2nd down. Chased out to his right.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Pickup of 2 here. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
On first down, Hurts. Into traffic, complete. And that is a big hit right after that catch, so the play limited to maybe just a couple yards.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
This throw is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Now they'll try the point after. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft it and try to stick him deep. Now Camarda on to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
To throw it on 1st down. He throws a bullet deep to their... Brought in inside the 20. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Hurts looking to throw. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Hurts now from the gun. That one's complete, right side. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front needed to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Complete beyond the marker. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Hey, thumbs up, alert.
We're 1 quarter closer. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Hurts throwing again. Forced out to his right. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Hurts trying again on 2nd down. Dump off caught by his back. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. They're finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
3rd and just 2 to go. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Throwing the out route complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. Throwing here, Hurts. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Christian Gonzalez getting there for the tackle.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
They'll run it from the gun. And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
I've not yet in my lifetime come across a defender who hasn't told me how great an offensive player they were back in the day. Oh, you should have seen me as a running back or wide receiver. Well, right there, that defender showed some of that background. A brilliant job of getting into the open field and setting his offense up for success.
Hawk 70, go!
Throwing it to start this drive. He beams one deep. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. And the Eagles will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Oh my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
Blown back, it's the handoff. And he drives it up past the 45. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Back-to-back carries here. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. He's on the move. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Escapes the pocket.
Now that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that first down.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He has the first over the middle. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles parlay the interception into points. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. There sure was a lot of trust on that play, Brock, and he proved worthy of it with that end result.
Yeah, good old receiver. Someone who just knows how to get it into the end zone is worth his weight in gold to a QB. And on that throw, there was trust there that he had a shot to find pay dirt.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles double their lead to 14. Now Camarda on to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
From the 32. He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Throwing now on 1st down. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up 2nd down.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. And incompletion is still pretty good, too.
2nd down carry for Achane. Still going past the 40. And they'll finally get him at the 35-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. The Cowboys trailing in the early going. They'll come up 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Here's a throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready?
Looking to the air here. On the move, headed right. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Hey, Smash. Ranger, 70 Ranger. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. And up.
Shotgun now on third down. The throw is caught. And this one doesn't go far. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. As they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up.
Ready? 18, Pioneer. Check. Buffalo 18. Chap 60. Check go.
He's dropping back to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's touched as they pick up that first down on fourth.
Oh, I love fourth downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Achan does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line. The Cowboys signaling for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
It's second and goal.
Go!
Quick pass, right side, complete. Touchdown, Dallas. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half. Man in motion here. First down throwing for Hurts. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Don't touch that. Round up, get it.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Marquise Bell making the play. And the Cowboys get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up second down. Here comes the final play of our first half. Looking to throw. Oh, he got some air under this one. Deep down the middle. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Now Camarda on to send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll start the drive with Achan. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. He'll throw it. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And that brings up third down.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
They're going to throw it on third and long. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
Let's go.
Setting up a throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Running with Achan out of the gun. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready.
Dropping back to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, a give to Achan. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Devon Achan with the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys tie this game at 21. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Motioning left is their running back. On 1st down, Hurts has him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make it pay.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too. Creating the space for a solid pickup.
And the Cowboys bringing on an extra DB here. 3rd down coming. They motion the slot man right. Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Hits his running back. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much at training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. Found some space, ended up with 18 on that return. Man, it'll be their football.
Here we go, shot.
On 1st down, they're going to start out with Achane. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Brought down on the effort by Quinyon Mitchell. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
2nd and 4. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And the Eagles get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie, right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10.
Easy, 63, back. Go, go.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Short pass brought in. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 47. Catch made underneath by the back. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Diving right side, got it! It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Now a give on the counter. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, okay, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets a good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Second and 6 now. He's got Smith. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Getting out to his left. He's going to keep it this time. And they take this in for the score. The Eagles take a lead just before the end of the 3rd. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Able to find Achane. And he's brought down after a short gain.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, the big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
Finds a man right side. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Just 1 quarter standing between these teams and Turkey. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
Pass play now. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Takes it in at the 21. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Eagles will take possession. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Hurts now from the gun. It is caught left side. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
And he's got a free play here. Completed to his running back. And as this play goes out of bounds, all eyes turn to that flag on the field. So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. This is caught inside the 15. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Now Camarda on to send it away. Returnable from the 1. This return makes it up to the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
A-Chain on the inside give. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Even though that run did not net them a 1st down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Panther 11, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Hook.
From the 34. He puts some air under this one, deep right. He's got it inside the 25. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys now within 1 score in the 4th. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right? Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
He's throwing for it. And this is going to be caught, getting aggressive as they trail in this game, and that takes them 2 points closer.
I always say about the NFL game, it's a game of matchups. And that time they get the matchup they want, and they go right to it. It's a risky call throwing it for 2, but that risk pays off.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Hurts. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Caught for big yards on the right side. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
He's back to throw. This finds Smith. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line.
Pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do it through the offseason, you do it through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force fourth downs just as they did. It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Set up. Chop 60. 7 Pirates. 19 Lions. 60 Mavericks. Ready.
They'll come out throwing. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
Well, we have seen the value of a big, physical tight end. Just like that. Those post routes downfield, so hard to defend. The great tight ends, the physical tight ends, it's almost as if they're posting up on the low block in basketball, and you can't get around them.
Finds a seam down the middle. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for him. We've got 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys have cut it to a 3-point game here in the 4th. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Starting from the 5.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And that hit stops him in his tracks. Nothing for him on that play as we've hit the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Eagles up by just a couple of points. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Hurts setting up to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. Third down, 1 yard to go. Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. Free inside the 30. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with first and goal. Gore runs it in for the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles go up by 8 at the end. A chance to make it a 2-score game now and likely clinch the win with this try. And a likely game-winning extra point strikes true, and that should do it. We get a 2-score game now late.
Cowboys 36.
Now Camarda on to send it away. Return starts from the goal line. He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Come 19. Come on. Set.
Now looking to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
It's now second and 10.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Warriors 70. Let's go now.
They kick the running back in motion.
Set go.
Second and 10 now. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Eagles take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
On first down, they'll run. And he carries it for a big gain that gets him down into the red zone. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up second and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
They give it to him again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. And they're going to get to celebrate both the Thanksgiving holiday and the victory over the coming days, with more time than normal coming up between games. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Dallas.